Hello and welcome back. Today we are going to create this bedroom in a clouds interior scene. Let's begin. We start by importing FSPY file. It's the easiest way to match the reference image and camera angles. Also, the reference image will be added as a backdrop. Add a cube and set its position to one of the room corners. Move the cube faces to match the walls, floor, and ceiling. Make sure that the camera is inside the room. Separate the bottom face to make the floor. You may rename it if you wish. Go to the camera view and add a loop cut. Move the edges to match the reference. Add the second loop cut for another side. Make the third one to make a column and ceiling details. Separate the top faces and rename this selection to ceiling. Do the same for the windows object. And rename the cube to walls for the last object. Let's add some details to our ceiling. Select Ceiling Object and extrude the edges. Make a thin bevel. Add the loop cut and bevel these edges to match the reference. Adjust the position of the outer edges. Select the ceiling faces that will be recessed. Extrude them. Select the recessed parts. Duplicate them and separate into an individual object. It will help us later. Now let's add the details to the walls. Select Wall Object and find Solidify Modifier. Set the wall thickness and other parameters as shown on the screen. Apply the modifier. Now we will adjust the side wall position. Select all objects at once. Switch to Edit mode and move the vertices to match the reference. Adjust the column thickness. Select floor object and move the edges to fit the image. Now let's add lighting. But first we need to set up the render settings. Go to Render tab and switch from EV to Cycles. Change CPU to GPU Compute and set the sampling settings. Switch a viewport shading type. Go to World tab. Choose Sky Texture for color. Play with the settings. Increase ozone value to make the sky bluer. Let's add clouds. Add image as mesh plane. Use the sky picture included in the files for this tutorial. Scale the image and set its position. To close the gap in the corner, add the loop cut on a blue part of the picture. Move the top edge to stretch the sky image. Now let's fix the color. Go to Object tab and disable the shadow visibility. Open Shader Editor. Connect the cloud's texture to emission color. And set the emission strength to 5. Add RGB curves to control the contrast and saturation. Now let's add the file with the assets to Asset Browser. Go to Preferences. Open File Paths menu. Add a folder path to Blender file with asset. Click on Save Preferences. Open Asset Browser. Drag and drop the materials. Pick concrete for the ceiling and plaster for the walls. Separate the column from the walls. Set the black material for the column. Separate the ceiling object into 2 parts. Add a thickness and offset by a few millimeters. Apply the black material. Lift the top part of the walls. Add Solidify modifier to remove the overlapping faces. Move the plane to set the LED position. And apply emission to material. Increase strength and pick the yellowish color. Now let's do the unwrapping. Select the wall, ceiling and floor objects and press U for unwrapping. Select Cube projection option and set the size to 4. Do the same for the column and recessed ceiling parts. Set the unwrapping cube size to 1. Change the direction of the parquet floorboards as in the picture. And make their color darker. Now let's set up the wall shader. Change the color with Mix Color node. Add Color Ramp node to roughness. And adjust the parameters to enhance the reflections. Change the color and adjust the roughness of the ceiling material. To make the windows, we will start with a frame. Add a plane and set the size to .1. Make the window profile shape. Select Windows Object and add a new Geometry Nodes tree. Build a simple node tree as shown on the screen. Make sure the profiles have the correct direction. If the window profiles have different directions, add this node setup to control their direction. Now you can control the direction by flipping the face normals. Change the smoothness with Set Shade Smooth and set the black material. Adjust the frame's position. For a window glass, duplicate the window frame and remove the node tree. Add a new material and connect it with glass BSDF node. To fix the bent reflections, add a thickness to the glass with Solidify modifier. Now we have the correct glass reflections, but the sunlight doesn't reflect in our room. To fix it, mix glass with transparent shader. Add light path node and use shadow ray as a mixing factor. Now the sun rays can penetrate into the room. It's time to add our furniture. Go to Asset Browser and try to add any object. As you can see, we have a wrong room size, so we need to set the right scale first. Add a cube of 3.5 meters size. Change the pivot point to 3D cursor and scale down all room elements, including the camera. Now it looks more accurate. Adjust the placement and scale of the bed to fit the reference. Drag and drop the curtain. Scale along the Z-axis to increase the curtain height. Let's hide the part of the wall behind the curtain. Select the column, window frame and glass objects, and adjust their position. We continue adding items. Make sure the lamp is close to the wall. If viewport is lagging, you may disable the modifier in the viewport viewer. Align the plane with the image. Let's add a light source to the lamp. Move 3D cursor to the center of the sphere. Add point light. Set the power and add blackbody node as the color. Set the light size to get smooth shadows. Duplicate the lamp and the table. We are pretty close to the reference. Let's add a painting above the bed. Add the image as mesh plane. Line up the image plane with the reference. Add a thickness by extruding the face. Bevel the edges for smooth corners. Add the canvas texture and set UV coordinates for mapping. Connect it to bump node. Unwrap the canvas object with cube projection mapping. Adjust the canvas texture scale. To return the painting image, set generated texture coordinates. Connect the canvas texture to roughness. Play with the color ramp to achieve nice reflections. The canvas looks flat, so let's fix it by adding another bump node. Connect noise texture to bump node. For the mapping, set object coordinates. Decrease roughness and detail to get a wavy effect. And adjust noise scale. Now the canvas has not only a frontal reflection, but also reflections from other sides. Let's create small lamps in the light track. Scale the light track to make it thin. Separate the face and make a box. Insert a face and model the lamp. Adjust the lamp scale. Select the central part and apply emission material. Now just make copies and place them as in the image. Congratulations! We are done with the furniture and interior elements. Now we will add some finishing touches to make our scene even more similar to the reference. Let's start with the light settings. Select glass object and disable diffuse and visibility options. Play with ozone, air and dust settings to make the gamma bluer. Change sun size, intensity and elevation values. Try to achieve smooth shadows and warm highlights. Go to color management and set look to medium high contrast. Select the cloud's image and play with RGB curves settings. Achieve more blue and contrasting midtones. As we have warm sunlight, let's add warm highlights to the clouds. Add mix color node. Mix the cloud's image with a warm color with overlay. Control the intensity of this effect by adjusting mix factor. Just a few details left to add. Duplicate the side part of the window frame to make a central pillar. To add some reflections in the glass, create the wall ledge. Add another one LED stight. Don't forget to apply the emission material. Now we have the reflection similar to the original image. And the last part is the compositing effects. Open Compositor workspace and click Use Nodes. Add a glare node, but nothing changed. To see compositor effects in real time, click on Shading arrow. Select Camera in Compositor Effects menu. Now we can see compositor effects in Viewport. Change effect to bloom and set setting is on the screen. Set Mix.9 to decrease bloom strength. Set resolution in Output menu. For reduce noise in final render, go to Render setting. Light path, clamping menu and set indirect light parameter to 3. Congratulations! Interior is ready for rendering. Let's see the final result. Thanks for the watching. Hit like and subscribe if you want more content like this. And see you in the next tutorials.